This is everything you need to know about the consecutive bars report on edgeful.com. So really important to note, starting out, is that this report looks at and takes the average of the maximum streak on any given day. So let me explain exactly what this means, the maximum bar streak specifically. And what you can see here, let's use this day on YM, and this is March 21st, 2025. What I want to do just to show what this example, what this is actually measuring first, is just go to March 21, 2025. So that's here. Now you can see, obviously, so in this case, the average and the max are going to be the same because we're only looking at one day. But you can see the single, in this case, the green bars, the consecutive green bars is 9. The consecutive green red bars is 5. So in this case, looking at this day, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the streak that we're talking about here. This is the longest streak of the day. This is the longest single streak of the day. And this is what's being measured. The single longest streak of the day. Now, you can see here 5 consecutive red bars. Now we're looking at the 5-minute time frame, which you can change. I'll show you that in a second. But that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive red bars here. So this is taking only the single highest consecutive streak for every single day. So now let's look at the last 6 months. And what you can see is that the average longest consecutive streak on any given day is 6. And this is looking within the New York session on YM. So what that means is that it's only considering the streaks within this New York session. And now I have these blue boxes. This is an edgeful indicator called market sessions. If you want to get access to these indicators, on the right side, you're going to see this indicator access button. Put your TradingView username in here, and you will automatically get access to over 35 indicators. We don't have one for this consecutive bars because it's just the consecutive bars. What we do have is these market sessions, which I think is really important. You can find your TradingView username by clicking the profile button. You're going to see it right over here. And then once you do that, you're going to see in your indicators, the invite only appear, and then all of them will be right here. The market sessions is the one I think you should have on your charts at all times. So you can see if you double click on it, it will plot out all the market sessions. Obviously the name gives that away. I like to have just the New York so I can see what's going on. And when you look in the last 6 months, this is measuring the longest streak of the day should be 6 consecutive bars. Same thing goes over here, 5.5 roughly is the longest streak of the day. So the way to take advantage of this and the way to actually apply this to your trading is to say if you're holding on to a winner that is a long consecutive streak like this. Now this one here, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. That's 50% higher than the average. You're going to start to expect, you have to start to expect some sort of pullback here or at least red bars to start to form. So this is definitely a very scalper heavy report. You're probably not going to use this too much. If you're a day trader, you might, just in terms of entries and exits, maybe in terms of like looking to add, especially here, something like this. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a great example of, you know what, I'm going to take my profits around here. I've reached the average consecutive streak. And in this case, obviously there was a pullback that formed right here. So this is one of the ways you can use it. The single highest occurrence is the max. So this is the single highest consecutive streak. 12 green bars, 13 red consecutive bars. So that is something that you can just add as confidence to maybe take profits, maybe to understand and sit in a bigger winner to say, you know what, I'm expecting red, let's say you're long, I'm expecting some red bars to start to form here. And I can maybe use that as an opportunity to add or just to not get scared out of a trade. So the last thing that I'll say is that this live data section up here is showing you the maximum streak of consecutive green bars and then the maximum red streak over here. The current streak on YM is 2, and this will give you live data, but this is exclusive to the 15-minute chart. And then you can also go to the customizations here and change this to be 15 minutes. And now what you're looking at is a 15-minute chart, not a 5-minute chart anymore. So in this case, you can see 1, 2, 3 green bars, 1, 2, 3 green bars. The average is just over 4. For the single highest, keep that in mind. And you can see right here, this would be the longest streak on this day would be 1, 2, 3, 5. So I hope this is helpful. Please reach out to our support down here if you have any questions. If this was helpful for you, please subscribe to the YouTube. Appreciate it. Have a good one.